Hello, Kyle Steele here, councilman-elect now, I guess would be the appropriate title of Ward 6. And these are going to be the campaign updates as of February 11th, 2026. Apologies that I'm not doing it outside like I normally would, but circumstances are preventing that right now. And I said on Facebook I was going to be getting this video out by tonight, so I guess I'm recording it inside with the more official equipment. For starters, just thank you to everyone in Ward 6. The response I got on the doors was pretty good, and I just don't know what to say other than to thank you for the support for those who voted and those who took part in the political process, even if you didn't vote for me. I didn't meet everyone who agreed with me completely. Or rather, not everyone I spoke to agreed with me. There we go. But most people were at least appreciative and supportive of the dialogue and the overall message of transparency and community conversations that I was bringing to the doorsteps, even if they did not agree with my politics or my stances or things like that. So just once again, to everyone in Ward 6 who took part in the campaign in some way, who donated, who let me place a yard sign, or who even just answered their door and let me talk to them. Just thank you. There's no other way to say it. That being said, while I am the council member elect, when I do get sworn in, I also have to acknowledge that at the end of the day, not everyone in Ward 6 voted, right? You could look at the results yourself. There are some people who voted for me, who supported my message, but there are some who voted for me who thought I was the lesser of two evils, and there are some who voted for my opponent, so they didn't want me in there at all. And then there are many more who just didn't vote at all for, whatever reason they choose not to vote. And obviously, I have to be representing everyone on the council, not just the people who vote for me. So what I do want to say is, even if you didn't vote for me, or even if you didn't vote at all, if you're seeing this video 6 months later and you want to have a chat with me about local issues, my door will always be open. Feel free to email me. Once again, KyleForNorman@gmail.com. Currently, after I'm sworn in, then it would be the council members' email. But just in the meantime, just don't hesitate to email me on my campaign email, and I'm still willing to have these conversations about local issues with anyone. Now, in line with thanking everyone for their support, I also have to do an apology with this. I made the decision to unplug from social media in the days leading up to the election. I decided I was just going to be focused on, door knocking, answer my phone, meeting with groups and people out in the community, and sticking to my emails. And that certainly kept me busy, but it caused me to miss some things on Facebook. Individual was asking for financial records. As you can tell, I obviously didn't get a chance to provide those. So to those who were wanting to see my financials before the election, I'm sorry. I was reliant on the state of Oklahoma, or the Oklahoma Ethics Commission, to get Guardian up and running, and that just didn't happen, and that's on me. I should have anticipated that and had those ready, but I didn't. To be candid, I was going to do a video about the financials for the entire campaign, not just during the reporting period. I still plan on doing that video. I will probably be posting that video overnight Friday, and then it'll be on my website as well for those who want to take a look at the specific numbers. However, to hold people over or to just answer the vast majority of questions, or bulk of it, I will say right now, I ran the numbers, and these are the approximate numbers because I'm still waiting on kind of like some last minute bills to be paid, etc. So these might not be totally accurate, but I have like 95% confidence that the final numbers are going to be about what I say here. So for those numbers, approximately $7,400 was raised across the campaign. This is both in monetary and in-kind donations, and of that $7,400, 4,000 of that was my own money, either through in-kind contributions or my personal funds that I was putting into the campaign account. So if you do the quick math on that, that means I was approximately 54% self-funded. As far as the expenses side of things, there was approximately $7,300 in expenses. The vast majority of these expenses are going to be related to campaign materials. So mailers, postage for those mailers, walk cards, the graphic design work that went along with all this, and yard signs and things like that. That was, like I said, the vast majority. Once again, specifics will be posted on my website overnight on Friday, so Saturday morning you could take a look at those on my website if you wish. And once again, hey, sorry you're not getting this before the election. For future quarters, if God forbid Guardian isn't up until later this year, I'll continue to post the financial quarterly statements going forward until Guardian is working. But you'll get the whole campaign at least now on Friday night instead of just the reporting period. So moving on, what are the next steps for myself and my campaign? So first, when it comes to social media, I will be making a council member elect account for the Facebook, for both the page and a profile for myself on there to make things more official. The personal Facebook account, which is what I was basically running the campaign from, I'll continue to use to check on things from time to time. Maybe I'll make a personal comment here and there, but for the most part, that personal account's going to go by the wayside, and I'm going to try to stick to the official account for anything city business. So I'll do an announcement when that comes. You'll see a posting once that page is made. But for the most part, Facebook is getting split up just for simplicity and professionalism. When it comes to YouTube and Twitter, this could change in the future, but I am probably going to keeping those on single accounts, just KyleForNorman for each, and that's just for simplicity. Twitter, I didn't really utilize as much as I probably should have during the campaign, and I might start doing like cross posts to there, but I don't anticipate Twitter to be a huge social media component going forward for myself. Again, that could change, and I might split and get an official account for there as well if need be, but that's a conversation for another day. I also may be getting other social medias other than the ones I listed here. If I do, I'll make an announcement just so people can aware on ways they could reach out to me. As far as my campaign website, I have not decided what I'm going to be doing with that yet. Obviously, I'm going to be continuing to maintain the domain name registration and the hosting, but what I am considering doing, what I'm on the fence about, is I may convert it from a kind of like a campaign website where it has all my stances and everything like that to more of a blogging style website. Essentially, again, give people more options to see what's going on. And again, if someone is just kind of learning about me or getting involved in local politics, let's say a year from now, it'd be pretty easy to go to the website and see like a full list of things I've been up to for the past year pretty easily, rather than having to crawl through social media or news articles and then try to figure it out themselves. And then the final update I have is that I've already been contacted by the interim city clerk. He kind of gave me like an introductory email, and I responded with some questions. He responded back. So I already have essentially conversations going with city staff regarding some things. As I go through kind of the onboarding process, I'll continue to keep you all up to date, and I'll just keep posting accordingly until, or as time goes on, until I'm sworn in officially. So with all that being said, thank you to everyone again. If you wish to contact me or meet in person over the next couple of months, as I said, I'll still be monitoring the campaign email, which is at KyleForNorman@gmail.com. Don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you. Have a good evening.